Okay, so again, I've been in create mode this weekend, and one of the things that I wanted to do, or that I recommend you do when you're brokering commercial loans, is to get in a process, in a workflow. And one of the hardest things about getting in sort of a workflow is just creating a process of onboarding new borrowers, new clients as you're working with them. And I've done this in various ways throughout the years. Sometimes it would just be unorganized through an email. I might use Google Drive to capture certain files and things like that. And I've been wanting to kind of get things in one place for myself. And so when I was creating something I wanted to use, I decided to create a template and include that in my course, the Commercial Loan Broker in a Box course. By the way, today or this weekend is Black Friday in the US. It's on sale right now for $195. I usually charge $395. I'll put a link to it below if you want to check it out. My most popular course I have teaches you everything you need to know about how to start a commercial loan broker business, and it includes a ton of templates, one of which is this new sort of onboarding, what I call a digital sales room. And so think of a digital landing page where your clients can come in and you can capture everything about your process that they need to know. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I created. Again, this is a template. It is in a piece of software that, if you're not familiar with it, is called Notion. I have a paid plan for Notion. I think it's $48 for the entire year. I'll just be perfectly candid. I have been an affiliate of Notion in the past, but I'm not currently. I do recommend that you check out Notion. It does more than just what I have here. I use it for journaling, to-do lists, CRM. So I use it for my customer relationship management, all of these different things. I store notes there. I take meeting notes. I create some of my templates for the course in it, all kinds of stuff. It's well worth the $48. So I highly recommend you check it out. If you've never heard of Notion, A, I'm shocked, and B, just get on YouTube and search for all the people that basically make a living creating Notion templates, by the way. So it could be a side hustle for you. Anyways, so let me show you what I've done for this sort of landing page, this digital sales room as a loan broker, and show you what it looks like. And again, you get this as part of the course. You're able to download this and access it, duplicate it, and create one for yourself. So what I've done is set it up as a template. So I say Loan Broker Digital Sales Room. The course, the big note here is above. You're going to want to change this section to your customer's name. Insert your customer's name there. And you do the same thing here. And so think of this as a welcome for them. And it's just got some basic text. We're excited to help you acquire capital for your business. We'll use this space to track our progress together. You can add a headshot here. So on my personal page that I have a picture of myself here. Let's see, just to show you the power of Notion while we're at it. You can see there it is. There's my template right there with my picture. And so you can kind of see some of the things that you can do along the way. Look at all these different swipe files that I have that you could have. Okay, so on the right, it just gives them a sense of what the process is going to be like. I call it a mutual plan. So there's a kickoff call. And here you can insert a booking link if you use Calendly or Bookify or Google Events, all of those different things. You can just put a link there just for reference. Let me show you mine again. So here's mine. The link is already here. Had a client use that this morning to book time with me. And so they click this link and it takes them straight out. You can't see it because I'm just sharing the one pet tab, but it takes them straight out and shows them how to schedule time with me. So I'm automating that. We don't have to do these emails back and forth about how to go into business or how to schedule a meeting. They just pick the date and time that works for them based on my availability, and off we go. So if you're using this template, you want to put the loan officer's name. Maybe you're part of a larger agency. You'll put their name here. And then this is how they can log chats to you. So instead of having to keep track of everything you discuss, maybe in email or something like that, it gives them directions. It says, I'll be your point of contact during the process. If you have any questions, log them in the chat area below. To do that, double click the word chat and click comment. And so they can just put their own comment here. I'm not going to store that one. By the way, the other great thing about this is if they have a question about something I'm going to show you here in a minute about your fee agreement, they can put a comment here about it. Okay, so that's the great thing. So this will log all your discussion points, all your discussion with your customers. Then I've got a status dashboard. Now this is making it clear that this is the loan officer or the loan broker. You are going to complete this. This is view only for the customer. But here you can come in, and I've just given some examples here. You can set some activities about what's going to occur, who's responsible for it here. and then you can update the status. So if your borrower is curious, they wake up one morning and they're like, what's been going on with the loan? That'll be down below. But in this instance, they're like, well, did they get all of my documentation? Well, if you come in and the borrower sees complete or a check mark or something like that, they know that they're complete. So that tracks what I call pre-lender activities. So it's before you started to talk to lenders. Now, the next section is also view only. This is really meant for the loan officer or the loan broker to complete. And here you can track all your activities with lenders. So you can say, I've talked to Bank of America. I talked to them on this date. Last activity was document requests, right? You get the point. And then the next steps that you're going to follow through on. I'm going to delete these so it doesn't mess up the template. But the point is you can track everything that's going on with lenders. And that way your borrower knows how much you're working on this, who you've been talking to, what their interest level is, what the next step might be, all those different things. And then you just click this plus button and it will add other rows along the way. Okay. Now, of course, as a broker, there's a couple of different ways. I did a video where I talked about whether you're just a referral partner or a broker. Brokers actually work on the loans. Referral partners are just sending a lead to a lender. If you're the type of broker that gets involved in gathering financial documentation and even pre-screening and pre-underwriting the deal before you send it to lenders, this section will benefit you most. So this is a financial documentation checklist. Again, it's view only. This is for the loan officer or loan broker to deal with. And what you do is it says here just highlighted. Just you're going to show them what things you want to highlight. So I'm just going to go ahead and toggle a couple of these. It's going to take up a lot of the screen. This is broken down by different types of documentation you would need. And so on almost every loan, you're going to have the borrower's 3 years of tax returns. So you would come in here and you would highlight that. Okay. And I'm going to undo that just because you get the gist. And then you would highlight all the different things you need. So here's some examples of personal information you might need. If you need a personal financial statement, I recommend the SBA Form 413. You can click this link here and it takes them straight out to the form. A copy of their personal credit. You can send them to order a free report, a free credit report by clicking this link. I'm going to skip this section now. If they have an existing business, you're going to want some of this information. If you watched my previous video, I talked about a business debt schedule and I give you the same link to the sample form here, right? Maybe you want a copy of their business insurance. You want, a lot of lenders lately are asking for 6 months of bank statements, those types of things. If they're wanting to apply for an SBA loan, then I link out to the major forms that most SBA lenders are going to want. And I also mentioned that they'll need to provide you a business plan with projections. If they're wanting to use a loan for fixed assets like real estate or a piece of equipment, then you would want a copy of the purchase agreement if it's already been agreed upon. If they're looking to buy an existing business, here's some of the information you might expect to ask for. And this is all stuff that you can customize. I'm just preloading it with the things that I typically ask for or know I'm going to need. Your business might be a little different, but the point is just to get you started. Then they can click here and upload their files or provide a link. Maybe they have a Dropbox or a Google Drive that they want to link you to, and they can send you to that. They can upload those things. And then, again, as part of my course, you get a sample fee agreement. And so this is already here. You would just take this sample fee agreement, adjust it for each borrower, and then load it here. They can print it, sign it, and then same thing, they can upload it here. So again, this is all to onboard clients so you could take care of expectations. What you would do is you just duplicate this once you start using Notion. They do have a free plan, by the way. It only lasts for so long, so much content. I'm at the point where I'm using it so much, I paid for it. But again, $48, I'm willing to do it. I just love this thing. I think it's amazing. But what you would do is you would save this as your own template. And then every time you get a new customer, you just duplicate it and then customize a few of these fields for each customer. And then you're off and running. And you've set great expectations. You've got one place where you and the borrower can all track everything going on, that you can share this with them. I didn't show you that, but there's a button. You just click share. You put in their email address and they can have view access to come in and do it. I know it works because, again, I just did it with a customer this morning. And so, even if you're not taking the course, would love to have you, but even if you're not, I think this is a great thing to think about in any type of business, whether you're a loan broker or a freelancer. setting up some sort of onboarding process, I would highly recommend you check out Notion for doing it. I'm sure there are other templates out there for things like freelancing and consulting, all those different things that you can use it for. Is provided as part of the course. Again, I'll put a link to it down below, and it's on sale. The sale ends today, so this is Sunday, November 26, 2023. This is Sunday, so Black Friday weekend is going to be over, be going back up to its normal price. $195 today. You get the full course and every single template that I've shown, business debt schedule, this template, all those different things. If you have questions, let me know. If you use Notion, I'd love to see your comments below on ways in which you use it. If you've got any suggestions for this template, I'd be happy to take those as well. Okay, thanks a lot.